Good morning to you. Happy Tuesday, or what are we? Oh, actually, happy Thursday, or whatever day it is that you are watching this program. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for coming back to your mat and wanting to continue with your practice. And remember, it is a practice, and that's why we try to show up daily as often as possible. So today we're going to work on loosening up the hips and the back. From standing, from sitting. Maybe you carry a child on one side consistently. Maybe you favor one side of the body when you're sitting or driving. And so a lot of this will realign the body and help us to feel a little bit more space in those areas that really get compacted from our daily life. So let's go ahead and we'll start on our backs. If you have a blanket, you can place a blanket underneath the shoulder blades if you'd like, just to support the back of the head. And when you come down, wiggle the shoulder blades down the back. And then I want you to lift the hips up just a little bit and then scoot the back all the way down so the entire back is connected to the floor. One hand is going to be on the belly, one hand on the heart. You can keep the feet on the floor. You can walk them wide if that feels better. You can extend them out in front of you. And then just take a couple of moments here to start shifting your focus inward, shifting your focus onto your mat. And remember, we only have a short amount of time together. So make it count. Let go of any plans that you have for the remaining of the day. If you have work or school or you have appointments that you have to get to, just let everything go. Take the next few moments here to completely arrive into your moment. Let's take our 3 cleansing breaths to begin our practice. Take a big, deep inhale. Feel like you are filling up a balloon inside. So the air lifts the hands, expands the ribs, and then open the mouth, sigh everything out. And then again, big inhale, lift the hands with the body. Open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. And again, big inhale. And a full exhale. Let's seal the lips. And keep that breath flowing with the lips sealed, but I still want you to be expanding enough to where you lift the hands. You'll stay connected to that breath. Walk the soles of the feet now hip width distance apart. Hands are going to be along the sides of the body. You're going to keep the back of the neck long. You can remove any props if you have them underneath the head so that the back of the head comes onto the floor completely. And then on the next inhale, I want you to lift the tailbone, curl it up. Peel each vertebrae off of the mat one at a time. So it'll be a nice slow lift, taking your entire breath. And then once you get to the top, pause for a moment, feel a little bit more lift through the hips. And then you'll use your exhale to roll the spine down one vertebrae at a time. So it's nice and slow, like I mentioned. Feel each bone come down to the mat. And then once the sacrum touches, one last time, press into the feet. Inhale, start to roll the spine up. Slowly lift everything up, pressing into the feet. Lift the hips up nice and high. And then you'll exhale, roll everything down one vertebrae at a time. Nice. Once the sacrum touches, bring that right knee into the chest. Left foot's going to stay onto the floor. Hands interlace on top of the shin, and I want you to start with a couple of points and flexes through the foot, and then roll the ankle out in one direction. You might hear some cracks and pops. Make sure to rotate in the opposite direction. And then just pull that knee and push it away a couple of times. Pull it in towards the body, press it away. Hands are still interlaced on top of the shin. And then let's inhale, extend that right heel up, hands interlace behind the right hamstring. Press through that right heel, and then feel the right hip drive down to the floor. And think about somebody resting their forearms on top of your foot. And feel that weight come down even more. Take another breath to reach through that right heel. And then you can stay here if that feels good, or exhale, bend it into the right armpit. We'll do that maybe 2 more times. Inhale to extend. Exhale to bend. Right knee comes into the right armpit. One last time. Inhale, reach through the right heel. Exhale to bend. We're going to place the right ankle now on top of the left knee. Press the right knee away. You can stay here if that feels good today. You can use the right hand to press the knee away. And then your other option is to lift the left foot. Interlace the hands if that's accessible behind the left hamstring. You'll keep a flex in both feet. Left ankle is in line with the left knee. And as you press the left hamstring into the palms, I want you to feel like you're trying to pull it back towards your chin, pulling that left hamstring back. At the same time, right knee is pressing forward. See if you can pull the right hip down to the floor. And take another full breath. Release the left hamstring. Right leg is going to cross all the way over. Pick up the feet. Scoot the hips over to the right. Arms can come out to a T or a cactus shape, whatever you have space for. And then let the knees fall down over to the left side. The gaze is going to be straight up to the ceiling, or you can gaze over that right armpit. And then the left hand can come on top of the right thigh just for a little bit of weight. Close the eyes here. Come back to your breath. Take one more cycle here. See if you can soften through the right shoulder. Let the knees get heavy. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. And then let's inhale, come back into center. Press that left foot into the floor. Right foot steps next to the left. And you'll hug the left shin into the body now. Hands interlace on top of that left shin. Start to point and flex the left foot. Can make any comparisons to the body as you do this from side to side. Start to roll out the left foot in one direction. Big circles with the ankle, and then the opposite direction. And then you can start pulling that left knee towards the left armpit, and then with the hands staying interlaced on the shin, push it away. So that kind of opposite action, just like when we have our hands interlaced behind the hamstring. So keep pushing and pulling it away. See if you can soften the left hip down to the floor. And then we'll inhale to straighten that left leg, reach through the left heel. Feel that weight on top of the foot, just like if you were pulling the left hip down. You'll reach the left heel up, press the hamstring into the palms, soften through the shoulder. Take another breath here. And then as you feel the left hip drive down to the floor, take a big inhale, reach the right heel up, and then you'll exhale, pull the knee into the armpit. Again, inhale, reach the heel up, Exhale, bend the knee into the armpit. One last time. Inhale, straighten through that left heel. Exhale, pull the knee into the chest. We'll place the left ankle now on top of the right knee. You can keep the foot where it is. You can press the left knee away with the hand if that feels good. And then just notice the sides of the body. And you'll lift the right foot off of the floor if you want. If you have the foot lifted, make sure both feet stay flexed, right ankle in line with the right knee. Now, as you press the right hamstring into the palms, feel that opposite action of it pulling closer back to the body. Left knee presses away. And then again, drive the left hip down to the floor if it's started to lift. Soften through the shoulders and the collarbone. And then just take another full cycle of breath here. Release that right hamstring. Foot comes to the floor. Left leg crosses all the way over and arms are going to come out to a T. You can step the hips over to the left side so the knees can come down to the right. And that gaze can stay straight up or over to the left armpit. You can add the weight of the right hand on top of the thigh. And then close your eyes. Just take a few breaths here. See if you can soften the left shoulder closer to the floor. And you'll take one more full round of breath. We'll inhale, come back into center, press into that right foot so you can realign the hips. Left foot comes down next to the right. Bend the knees, bring both shins into the chest. You can wrap the arms around the shins, pull the shins into the body with the hands. And then stay here, grab behind the knees if that feels good. Reach inside the feet for the big toes or for the outer edges of the feet for happy baby. You can rock from side to side, but I want you to feel the tailbone pressing closer to the floor. So the low part of the back, the sacrum, if it starts to lift from the floor, see if you can roll it down towards the floor, push the tailbone forward and down. Take another breath here, maybe straighten one or both of the legs. And then two choices, you can roll over onto one side. You can bring the knees back into the chest, engage the core, rock and roll forward and backwards. We're going to end up in a child's pose. We'll all meet there together. So take your time. Press the sit bones back for the heels. And then just think if the low back is tight, have the knees wide so you get a little bit more space for the low back. If everything feels okay, then you're going to press the sit bones back for the heels. And then have the palms face up. That's just to indicate you are available and ready to receive any creative gifts that are given. And you'll take another couple of breaths here. Let the heart settle to the front of the body. Forehead is nice and heavy to the floor. Just let go of any tension that you are holding on to in the shoulders. Take one more full breath. Let's rise up. Plant the palms underneath the shoulders. So wrists right underneath the shoulders. Fingers are wide, knees are underneath the hips. Close the eyes. On your inhale, reach the heart forward, tailbone back. Open up through the throat. With the eyes closed, the gaze is up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, press the floor away with the palms and the knees. Round the back. Bring the chin towards the chest. And then inhale, heart reaches forward, drop the belly, look up with the gaze. Exhale, round the back, belly button comes towards the spine. Feel the spread of the shoulders. You'll do that one final time. Inhale the heart forward, tailbone extends back, soften through the collarbone. And then exhale to round. Step back into plank pose. Reach the heels back. Keep pressing the floor away. Core is engaged here, so be careful not to let the head hang low. See if the ears can stay right in line with the shoulders. At the same time that you reach the heels back, keep the legs firm. Crown of the head is trying to reach forward too. Take another full breath in. Use the exhale to pull the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So try and keep this length of where the hands and the feet are. If it feels too long for you, then just step the toes up slightly, but try and keep that distance between the palms and the toes. Take another breath here, let the heart settle. Gaze at the toes, the knees, or the belly button. We'll take one more breath here to let the heels soften. Come up high onto the tippy toes. Take a big inhale. Bend the knees. Look forward. At the bottom of that exhale, you'll step or hop behind your thumbs. Inhale, find a flat back. This time, let's bring the hands to the shins so you can rock the weight into the toes. Long neck. Exhale to fold forward. Put a little bend in the knees. Inhale to rise all the way up. Lift the palms. Bring the hands together. Exhale, thumbs to the heart. Close the eyes here if they're not. Root the feet into the floor. Both of the legs are engaged. Lift the sternum towards the thumbs and soften the shoulder blades down the back. Take one more full round of breath. Inhale, sweep the arms up. As you exhale, I want you to lead with the heart. Dive down over the thighs. Inhale, find a flat back. Weight rocks into the toes. You can leave the fingertips on the floor this time. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to rise all the way up. Palms are going to touch. As you exhale, hinge back forward over the thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Long neck. Exhale, fold forward, bend the knees, plant the palms, plank pose. Inhale, rock the shoulders forward past the wrists. Exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Hands stay in line with the chest. Hug the elbows close to the body. Inhale, roll the back of the head up. Keep pressing through the toes, tops of the feet onto the floor. Take another breath, lift a little bit higher. And then exhale to release. Inhale to tuck the toes, firm the thighs. As you exhale with or without the knees, find downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Take one more breath. Inhale high onto the tippy toes. Bend the knees. Look forward. Bottom of the exhale, hop or step forward. Inhale, find that flat back. Rock the weight into the toes. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to rise all the way up. Palms are going to touch. Lift the heart. Exhale, hands come down to the heart. Take another breath here. Pause. And then eyes blink open. Inhale, let's keep moving. Arms lift. As you exhale,